there, sign in the back, the attendance. Okay, I will open the meeting with the approval of the minutes of our July 21st meeting.
So moved.
And I only saw one thing, is that under where it says also in attendance were town staff members Laschelle, McKay. I don't think you came to that meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Because later on,
That's
under
true.
the
That's true,
administrator's report, he says you are absent.
It was of my presence.
I filled in for her.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Okay, we'll change that.
That was the only thing I saw. Does anybody else have any comments or additions or? Okay, there's a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make,
I make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, you're here today.
Okay, so go back to July. A few things that have been happening. In July, we awarded the Beacon newsletter contract back to Printing Press. They've had it for a number of years. We also awarded the contract for the Public Arts Master Plan to Todd Bressie, and we're actually working on that very hard. They're supposed to have it done before January sometime, and that's going to kind of tell us the direction that the public wants, types of art, public art, and where, and that sort of thing. So we're excited about that. We've had a lot of people involved in that. A lot of people have filled out the survey. If you haven't filled it out yet, go on our website and fill it out because it's still open right now. August, we did a letter of support for a splash pad at the park, a grant for park at the park at the governmental center. The county is looking at doing that. And then highlights of September, we renewed the winery, Port of Leonardtown winery lease. They've been there for 15 years, and we renewed it for 2 more 5-year periods. And they've become a very big tourism draw and lots of people there, so we're glad to continue their presence there. At this month's meeting, we introduced the annexation petition for a property on North on 5 across from the shops at Breton Bay, one parcel, and then we also introduced a petition for a parcel on Cedar Lane for residential, and that will be going through the process. You all will see it in November for the zoning recommendation, and then I'll have a public hearing in December for those 2 parcels. We also did a liquor license letter of support for the transfer of the front porch liquor license. That building and business is being sold, and so they'll be transferring the liquor license. And then Rucci's, that was going in where the Old Town Cafe was. We did a liquor license letter of support for them. In September, we had the raising of the water tower, and it's almost finished at Meadows 2. If you haven't seen it, it looks great. It's got the new logo on it. And we also bid 3 large stormwater projects that we've been working on. Mike did the design, and we put it back out to bid for the first time. Was all over budget, but we have it back out to bid with some redesign. So that's a project in Academy Hills, Camelier Drive, and Single Tree, a small project. So hopefully those bids will come in better, and we'll be able to finish those projects up. Any questions? Okay.
Thank you. Our new business today is case number 14-25, Tractor Supply Commercial Facility. The property is the Leonardtown, Maryland tax map 126, grid 12, parcel 91 and 94, and parts of 102. And the consultant owner is requesting concept approval.
Members, my name is Mike Bailey. So I'm going to give you a brief description of the property, which is located on the south side of Maryland Route 5, aka Point Lookout Road, where the old Pennis Site was located. The site consists of several parcels being combined to create 3.939 acre site. GBT Realty Corporation is proposing a one-story commercial retail building, approximately 21,930 square feet, with 20,000 square foot of outdoor display area. The proposed development is required to have 110 parking spots. Now I want to do an amendment here a little bit for the 21,930 square foot just blanket area. However, in reviewing the site, you have a retail area, and then you also have an area that is just for storage. And so in looking at those square footages, we've come up, I reevaluated that and came up with the idea that they would need 77 parking spots for the retail area. They would need 5 spots for the office area of the facility, and then the storage area, we typically would not, or the vestibule, the entry area, they would not keep parking spots allocated for that. So the total parking spots that I recalculated was 82 spots. The consultant has provided 84 spots. So essentially, I'm calling that, in my mind, okay. So they're just not going to have people back there in the back area there. So anyway, moving on. A boundary line adjustment plat was also submitted, in which is consolidating several parcels as referenced in the tax map and block part. So it's parcel 91, 92, 93, 94, and part of parcel 102. Those parcels will be combined to create the Tractor Supply lot. They're all owned by one individual. The property will have to provide, or the boundary line adjustment plat will have to provide on their plat access easement from Maryland Route 5 to the remaining part of parcel 102, as well as utility easements for servicing of water and sewer. So let me give you a little bit of background on this. This property actually had a concept plan approval back in October 20th, 2025, which consisted of a 47,000 square foot hotel, a 31,000 square foot retail space, 11,000 square foot office space, 2,900 square foot restaurant space, and 2,700 square foot bank space. This project then was reapproved, or that concept plan was reapproved in 2008 as well as 2012. I wanted to provide that information to you because I think that it pertains to, you know, when you look at just the Tractor Supply by itself, it's not to that extent of development. I did receive Maryland State Highway on July 24th, 2025. The District 5 office had no comments, and the Traffic and Safety portion or Department of SHA had no comments. And then I also wanted to mention in the future here, Tudor Hall project also has an approved signal light for the intersection of Maryland Route 5, Clark's Landing Road in Phase 1 of the Tudor Hall development. The Town Planning Department granted approval on October 14, 2025 to be presented to you guys, as well as I received St. Mary's County Soil Conservation Erosion Sediment Control Concept approval on May 7th, 2025. Although the concept approval was not obtained from St. Mary's County Public Works and Transportation, their code is different than ours, so they always refer back to our requirements per our chapter 155.16 and 155.75. So based on those two municipal codes, I was able to bring this concept plan to the Planning Commission for your review. The application is requesting concept site development plan approval for the proposed Tractor Supply commercial facility. The Planning and Zoning Commission can vote to approve, approve with conditions, delay, or deny. And with that, I have provided multiple exhibits in your packages. I've provided the